Hello, this video is to show how to initially log in to the remote access for Nailit. So you just go to browser. You should have received an email that had a username and an account number. Now there's actually two accounts, but we use the same username and the same account, same password for both accounts. So one is for the remote access itself, and the other account is for the cPanel server, if you use cPanel. So uh, first thing you do is you go to nailit.essex.edu. Okay, and then you would log in with the username and password that was given to you. This would be okay. And this, for me, it's going right into the web development because the account that I'm using is got the web development profile. Okay, so this, for the first time, this virtual machine is being powered on. While that's running, let me just I want to minimize this and just when you log into the remote access, you come to the Citrix storefront and you have different things available to you. Web developers will use this one. It's already started over here. When you start it, it comes down to this Citrix receiver icon, and you see that is powered up already. In order to get your Microsoft Microsoft Office applications right here, you're going to log in again. So this is also going to be Nailit Essex. And you're going to click Add. And you're going to put in the same thing before. You need to put the profile name here. I mean the domain name. The domain name is Nailit. Log on. And you're going to have to do that again. Remember there? And now inside your virtual machine, you can get your apps, like Microsoft Office, if you want to run those inside the virtual machine. Okay, so for web developers, one of the first things you'll want to do is log into the cPanel server. So start Chrome or another browser if you want. Okay, now the cPanel server, pay attention carefully to this. The cPanel server is cp.essex.edu. You can only access this from inside the virtual machine. You can't access it from the internet right now. Now, if you just type in the web server address, you're going to get an error message because you can't log in that way. What you need to do is you need to use the port 2083, so :2083 to log into to get the cPanel login screen. Okay, and you can just hit advance. Okay, and now you're going to use the same username and password that was in the email. Log in. Okay, now this is the let me just maximize that. This is the cPanel manage screen for your account. All right, so everyone has their own file manager, own database, and so forth. But today we're just going to look at the web. So the file manager, all of your websites are going to be in this folder right here, the public HTML. And see, there's nothing there. If we go over to a browser here, and we type in, go to your subdomain, so it'd be the same as your username. So you see that you're going to get this funny screen here because there's no websites there. So there's really not much to see. All right, so we're going to go back over to the file manager. We're going to just make a hello world really quick. Let me just grab the HTML for hello world. Okay, let's see. This is good. Just doesn't really matter. Just going to grab the HTML here, copy it. Go back over to your file manager. All right, we're got the right folder selected. We'll make a new file. New file. We're going to call it index HTML. So the index HTML is the file that opens when you go to a website without putting a specific page in. All right, so we're going to open that up, and we're going to edit it. It's just talking about the line endings, and we're going to just paste it in and save it. Okay, we can close it. And you see the file is there. We go back over here and hit refresh. There you go. There's the hello world that we just created. Okay, so we got let's go back here. So now we know how to make just a basic HTML file. There's a couple ways you can access your information. You could FTP through PuTTY. Just use the server's address here, cp.essex.edu. Open that up, and you're using passwords instead of RSA. You say yes. So you can log in with the username that we used before, and same password. Alright, so then you have just regular screen there. You can see your files. This www right here is an alias for public HTML. So if you do a cd www ls, and there's the index HTML that we just created. Okay, so you might use this some, but not much. Let's go ahead and exit out here. Alright, another way you can manage your files is through WinSCP. And what this will do, this is gives you like a drag and drop between your local PC and your web server. Let's open that up. It's got uses the same login information here. So I'm going to use cp.essex.edu and put username in here. Password. And if you want to, you can save this so that you don't have to input this every time. You can save password if you want. It's up to you. Okay, so now we're going to log in. Oops, I typo there. Do this again. Edit. Save it. Again. Okay, same thing. So here's on this side here, you have the web server, and on this side is your local PC. So if you look at public HTML, you can see there's the file that we just created. You can edit it from here. You can select a different directory, or you can drag it over here. You can drag stuff back and forth. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Let's just minimize this, and now we're going to open up the NetBeans. This is IDE that's pre-installed. Okay, and the first thing you're going to need to do is to get your updates. So check for updates. Okay, let those run. So next. Accept. Update. Okay. Restart your IDE. For some reason it doesn't always restart, so I'm just going to do a manual restart. Okay, you don't need to send statistics. Just double check, make sure there's no more updates. Okay, up to date. Now we need to install the PHP plugin for doing PHP projects. So Tools, Plugins, select Available Plugins, and search for PHP. And we're going to scroll down here, and we just want the plugin that's just plain old PHP. I invite you to check out other plugins. There's lots of different tools available to NetBeans to make it easier to use. But for this demo, we're just going to use plain old PHP plugin. Alright, install. Next. Accept. Install. Okay, and it says restart, so let's go ahead and restart it. Restart the IDE, not the home machine. Okay, so now we're going to do File, New Project. You can, there's several different choices. You can do an HTML5 project. For this, we're just going to do a simple PHP project. Alright, I'm just going to call it First PHP Project. And this is also going to be the name on the website too, so you might want to choose this carefully. This will be the name on the website. Okay, PHP version. Let's go back over to cPanel here for the main, and we're going to get server information right here. And it's going to say PHP version 5.625. Alright, so let's go back to NetBeans. And 5.6, that's good. Alright, we hit next. And we're going to run this on a web server. We're not going to run it local. Alright, so we're going to use remote website. Project URL. This is going to be your username, which is your subdomain. Tstudent. For me, it's tstudent. And .cp.essex.edu. Okay, so that is the subdomain, and that's where the website will live. Remote connection. How are we going to get it to the website? So we have to make a new remote connection. We'll just call it cPanel. It's just the name for the connection. You can reuse it, and we're going to use Secure FTP, which is the same thing as SCP uses. WinSCP. Okay. Host name. It's going to be cp.essex.edu. Username. This is your username that you use to log into cPanel. So and password. Okay. We're using passwords, not key files, so you can leave these blank. Initial directory. Okay, let's switch back over here to WinCP and see exactly what that initial directory is. Okay, so it's going to be home tstudent, that's my username, home tstudent /public _ HTML. So let's go back over here. Gotta change this. Home /tstudent / Okay, so this is the directory that it's going to FTP to. So we're going to test connection. This test connection just checks your username and password. It doesn't check the paths. So let's just do test connection. Alright, just get this warning about the keys. It's fine. And connection succeeded. Okay. So that looks good. Let's say OK. And alright, and so when is it going to upload? It's going to upload when you try to run it. It's not going to keep them synchronized. So I'm going to say next. And there's no frameworks. Finish. Just going to make a bare skeleton here. So let's just put in here echo hello PHP. Semicolon. Oops, semicolon. Okay, and just save it, and let's run it. Okay, so run it. It's going to ask you which files do you want to upload. You want to upload all of them. Hit upload. Alright, and it's saying get this again. Okay, and Internet Explorer, that's the one I have chosen by default. Okay. And there it is, hello PHP. Alright, and if there are any errors that would show up over here, this is your SFTP session right here. If you wanted to play around with your database, come back over here. Alright, and PHP MyAdmin. When you're running local, you can create database with this, but on cPanel, you go into MySQL database, and then you create your new database here. I'm not going to go into that right now. And then you go back to PHP MyAdmin, and it will show up over here, and then you can work with it over there. There'll be other videos on that later on. Thank you very much. And okay, what I forgot to talk about was how to exit your session here. You, if you have it full screen, you can go over here to change the window, or you can disconnect here. You can also sign out over here. There's lots of different ways to end it, but this menu here is your remote session control. So you just say disconnect, and that will keep everything running as it is. All right, and that's it.